right, welcome to episode 2 of the series. Yeah, sorry for the delay. I thought I could get the video yesterday. Didn't fucking find it. I didn't find it in me to actually make the video, but I'm here. I'm making it today. So today I'm actually exploring different websites and evaluating where it's like the best place for entry into this market. If you're new to trading, you want to watch this.
Welcome to SeixyTV.
Right, so far, like I've spoken in the past about SkinBay, which was extremely good until their PayPal service kind of got denied, which was a problem. We also have different websites like SkinBay and all that different stuff, right? We have CS Money, which is right now I'm kind of finding a bit intriguing, but yeah, the more you look into these websites, the more you can find out what are the important bits about this, right? So when you want to come into the market, you want to kind of create the most cash available, right? And SkinBay does have fees that you have to take into account. So if we were to, for example, let's say we're going to deposit, right? If we're to deposit, let's say 10 euro, right? Like depending on the currency that you're using, this is a European site, right? So they'll charge you, depending on which payment method you have, they'll charge you commissions that they can't get away from. So for example, if we were to go like, let's say the 10 euro route, right, with a 15 Canadian dollars, right, which interestingly enough, it keeps it in euros, so that's something you got to take into account as well. But in this case, for example, let's say we want to go play with credit cards and we're gonna go, okay, let's go deposit some cash, right? I'm actually not going to deposit any, but if we were to look at the cards, right, you see that there's a payment fee of 80 cents. It's around 8% off the fee. So that's the reason we see kind of like premium discounts in different websites, right? Because there's added fees that have to be considered, right? So whenever you put money into the market, if you don't know what you're doing, you can actually lose money, right? Or lose some of your value. So in this case, right, you can actually, before it was with PayPal, I still did lose quite a bit, but I made it back somehow. Like obviously after trading a couple of times, you actually make that money back, no problem. So don't be disheartened by it. Just kind of like understand the fine print and everything that goes in between, right? So I imagine CS Money has sort of the same things, right? And other websites do have similar things. The problem that I have with SkinBay, and it's the fact that it doesn't load properly and it takes forever when I change like currencies. Now I understand, but you see, it's like the updating for me takes so goddamn long, and I do not understand why, right? And it's something that like I'm used to, like I'm still need to explore more websites because there's definitely opportunities in all of them. One of the websites that I've like been looking at the big names kind of trading in is Buff. Now be careful, buff.game is a scam site. There's many scam sites, and one important thing that I need to discuss before you get into trading this shit is don't get fucking scammed, right? It's very simple. If it's free, fuck it. You don't need free shit. You're a trader, you know? You don't need no free shit. You need it at the right price. That's it, right? When it's too good to be true, it tends to be, right? A friend of mine just got his account hacked because he thought he was getting something for free. It ain't gonna happen, right? Obviously, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with currencies, and this is a very good way to start kind of getting into the trading for like forex exchange in the future and all these different things. It's actually incredible, and it somehow surpasses kind of like this limitation between countries and currency, which is, yeah, I mean, it's a kind of like a great way to get started, you know. And trading just anything. A trader is somebody that grabs something and sells it for more expensive and somehow gains more, right? I don't know if you've ever seen the video, and I'll link it down below. It's the guy that goes from a paperclip all the way to a house. Let's continue, right? So in the case, what you would like to do is kind of like deposit money into the website that you choose, you know, kind of do a little bit of research in which ones you want, and after that, go and look at the markets, and don't just look at the regular markets, right? Like this is going to take you, like obviously like the money is made where you look the best, right? So for example, if you're to look at, let's say Rust Skins trade instantaneous, right? You can also trade instantaneous skins in CSGO, but there is a price to pay for that, right? So usually when you see the highest discounts, they tend to be either 4 days. Obviously this is tradable, but anything less than 10 cents, you're actually losing money because you're going to pay 20% Steam tax, and later on it drops down to 15. That should be another video that we should kind of get into, and is understanding the taxes in every level of the hierarchy. But So far, this is sort of getting in. And one of the items, you got to wait for the right item, right? Like I, for example, I actually purchased an item today that was a 45% discount. I bought it for 21 euros or 33 cents, and I can sell it in the market for around 60 cents. So, it's small little trades like that get you started into this market. Slowly but surely, we can, you can find kind of like a medium where to jump in, where to kind of grab the most profit in all these markets. But yeah, I mean, don't be afraid of kind of like researching and clicking, right? You want to go for filters. These are your best friends, right? Highest discounts. You want to maybe look at cheapest first. But in terms of cheap stuff, tends to be kind of like hit or miss, right? Just because, again, you don't want to pay that massive tax and then kind of like it's not truly what you're getting. Because the thing is like the money that you're getting already is already kind of at a loss, but then you kind of need to remake it back. So 45% discount on a really good item might be extremely profitable for you, right? If this is selling, for example, for 20 cents, you know that it's only like a 2-cent payout. So you'll probably make 6 cents. You're making 50% out of this money. So that's an extremely good return after, right? Like, sure, you paid maybe an 8% tax, but then that 8% is turning you a profit of 42%, right? Again, it varies, and depending how you're looking at it, you can actually analyze kind of like the profit schemes that you want to create. And this is just how I got started. I bought and I got into the market, and kind of like I'm teaching you what I've learned and the ways that you can actually, even if you just want a better item that when you're paying for, right? You can get, like, for example, this sticker, you can get it for 16 cents instead of the 23 cents that it's advertised for. And even if we look, we can see the fluctuations in the market. So right now we could even buy it for more expensive, probably. You see, in this case, it will cost us 27 cents, right? So we could, if we wanted to buy it outright, we would be buying it at 27 cents in this case. Not a good thing, even 30 cents at some points. So that's when you gotta be a little bit more kind of like paying attention to what's happening, right? I will also discuss my positions in a future video. Like, again, this is a series, so hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Because, I want to kind of see where this can take me. And if I can get to that butterfly knife, baby, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long ass time. And I'm hoping that this one's, hopefully by the end of this month, we see a price hike on these. We're slowly seeing like a level, and we're seeing a level of the price just yet. And we've actually seen this pattern many times before with other skins, and we could actually see even higher drops. So if you see a higher drop, I would suggest trying to put a buy order at 11. Who knows? Maybe you get to buy it, and then those are the things that I'm looking at right now. These are baby, that keeps rising. I love this. I bought a couple of these, right? I bought them at around $4. Like, I bought at the bottom, so around here. Yeah. And now you see that obviously like prices are fluctuating, but now they're kind of stabilizing, and they're just gonna go up, in my opinion. As long as they kind of get discontinued, anything that gets discontinued from the operation will go up, ladies and gents. So yeah. Watch out for more content. This is just a short little video, kind of like meet the quota that I'm doing. But yeah, boys, stay goddamn sexy, and remember,
just a quick little note at the end. If you watched this far into the video and you've enjoyed, remember that if you have any questions too, I also stream almost every day on Twitch at Sexy Bees. And yeah, Sexy Bees, it's over there somewhere. I'm gonna add it somewhere over there, probably, because I have the magic powers, video editing. Ooh.